Anyway, folks, I am out for a few minutes. And what I wanted to say is that outside is so cold right now. I am in Toronto. Outside is so cold right now that I'm in tears. My eyes are just crying because of the cold. Anyway, I wanted to give a bit of my testimony about my life. When I got called by God in 2014, the Lord began to reveal numerous things to me, but it had to do with the dark side. But of course, when we are fresh, we are naive. So I began to reveal what the Lord was showing me, and in revealing what the Lord was showing me, I got into so much persecution. And when the darkness began to permeate, I left Toronto and I run away. I run to Ottawa. But I can tell you that darkness don't go away. They literally follow you. And you're thinking because they have a way of making things work as if for you to believe that it is ghost operating around you. So, but in essence, there are things that the Lord revealed to me. I began to put it on Facebook, and we had another Periscope. So a lot of the stuff that most of it was on Periscope. I don't even know what happened to Periscope anymore. So when I went to Ottawa, the darkness emerged, and it was worse than in Toronto. So what I did was I had to face the circumstances, and the only way around things to that extent is to face the circumstances and to take the bull, I should say, by its horn. So in doing so, then when I went where I lived, it was worse. And the matter of fact is, it was done by younger people than the ones that I encountered in Toronto. So when they began to fight me, I began to fight back, I suppose I could say, and that Ottawa was my training ground. So that is where I began to rise out of the from below the surface. So when I find myself fighting back in prayer and reading the scripture, I grew very strong. And not only did I grow very strong, the opponents became even more vicious. So I have most of it on my YouTube right now. What happened in Ottawa, it's on my YouTube. And what of the Lord has shown me about darkness is on YouTube. And a lot of the things that I began to reveal on my channel. So when I decided to move back to Toronto, okay, but while I was in Ottawa, what happened is I was um, I was doing evangelizing. I was going on the street. I was evangelizing on the street with my guitar. And let me tell you, folks, let me tell you that there were some Indians from the Canadian Indians, native Indians, and let me tell you, the fellow fought me. The fellow fought me. He jumped on me one day And I fought him back because he didn't expect me to fight back because I'm a Christian. So I fought him back. So after that, I found myself, after the fella fought me, I find myself continue. He said to me, "Oh, that I should not come back." I say, "Okay, let's see who's boss." I say, "Oh, you can't stop me from coming back because this country is not yours." I say, "The world belongs to my father, and if the world belongs to my father, who are you to tell me what to do?" So I continued until they called me to come to Toronto. So I went back to Toronto. So I went back to Toronto, guys, and as I'm in Toronto, they didn't think, they thought I came back as the same person, naive and fearful. But I came back bold and fearless, and even like a bull. So right now, when I came to Toronto, they started fighting me. But now I don't experience that anymore because the enemy has tried so many times and has not succeeded, and they can't. So because of my strength in the Lord. So what I wanted to say that is that in today, not only now what they do is they've been smudging my name all over and even calling church members and lying about me. And I have been really in a situation where I have left everything unto the Lord. And what I learned in the process was that fighting on with them was fighting in the flesh. So the Lord now does my fighting. So they tried to think they could still come and overcome, but realize it's a mistake. But anyway, folks, I am down. I am downtown because I had some errands to run, and I am going to, as you can see, the Dollarama, and from there I'm going to go to the Shoppers Drug Mart over there, and I'm going to head back because I've been taking care of an elderly lady that was in the hospital for 2 months. So I sat beside her in the hospital for 2 months. So she just came out yesterday. So I'm trying not to stay out too long. So I will continue this message maybe later. So take care. Or maybe I can take you in the dollar store with me for a little while. So just to take you inside the Dollarama for a tour for a little while. I'm going to go in, and this is it. Okay.